Hey, we are Claire and Brendan, and we travel Australia full time with our dog Reggie. We've been on the road now for about 18 months and have been in this setup for 12. So come and join us and we'll show you around. So this is our home on wheels. It's a 2008 Toyota Land Cruiser Troopcarrier. We bought it, we're the third owners. We bought it at 180,000 Ks and at the moment it's got 222 something or others. So we haven't had it too long, but it's been good to us. I'll run through some stuff that we've got on the outside and then Claire will jump inside and show you around in there. So we've got them on 35-inch tyres. These were on here when we bought the car. If we were to buy them again, I would probably go for a set of 33s. Don't feel like we fully need the 35 inches. But we've got them anyway, so we're just going to run with them. They're kuhmo road ventures mud terrains, so they're probably a little bit aggressive for what we need them for. But as I said, they're already on the car, so we're not going to change them. So suspension wise, it's a 2-inch lift kit, all done through Terrain Tamer. It's got the smart coils up the front and the parabolic leaf springs at the back, and it's the heavy duty 4-leaf pack. So it holds the weight extremely well, and then it's got the Terrain Tamer adjustable shocks all around as well.
Oh no.
We just started pissing rain, so we'll abort mission for a sec.
We'll come back.
Alright, after a quick and sudden downpour, the sun's back out, so we're back into it. We run a 4-inch stainless steel snorkel. This one's by Moonlight Fabrications. It's a mob down in Perth that do them. Up the front, we've got just 2 spotties, XTM, nothing fancy. They do the trick. And then a light bar across the top. We don't really use that one that much, but it's there if we need it. So we've got a King's Dominator winch under the bull bar here. Does the trick for us. Also got a recovery point just under there, just for when things get a bit spicy. So up on the roof, we've got a 100-watt Renogy solar panel that's constantly on and constantly topping up the batteries. And then when we're parked up and need a bit of extra juice, we've just got a foldable solar panel, which we keep behind the seat. And then that plugs into a feed that runs through the engine bay and up the front. So you can move that around and chase the sun as we need it. We've got a 30-second 270-degree awning on the side here. Having the fiberglass pop top and no roof racks kind of limited us into what we could get. I didn't want anything too heavy, otherwise it's just a sort of pain in the ass to mount it. There are some pretty special mountain brackets out there that you can get, but they're also very expensive and we didn't have the spare cash for them. So we've sort of jerry-rigged our own little brackets here, just out of some stainless steel painted, and then we've had to bolt through the pillars of the car. Probably wouldn't recommend doing it. It turns the awning into a 2-person job just to give it a bit of extra support. But then once it's up, we chuck the leg down and always peg it off, no matter if there's no wind or anything, just because we don't want to have awnings flipping over cars and stuff like that. So we always chuck tie downs onto this awning. I know it's a flex for people that have the big fancy expensive ones, but we don't want folded up for awnings. And then we usually position the boat in a way that we can tie off the awning to that. And it's Claire doing a great job of that. On the side, we've got the Max Tracks table from Expedition Centre. We don't really use it that much as a table because we've got a pretty good one out the back, but it's a fantastic spot for our Max Tracks. And then the table just folds down like that, and away you go. And then if we've got the window open inside, you can just pass stuff out and cook and do whatever you like on the table. Up the back, we've got the Kaymar rear bar with the 2 swingaways. We run 1 spare and 2 jerry cans of water as extra to what we have inside. And then on the back, one of the jerry cans just has a tap to sort of rinse feet off, fill Reggie's water bowl, do dishes and stuff like that. So up here we've got a jerry-rigged gas bottle holder. Just a 4.5 kilo gas bottle, a holder from BCF onto a piece of just square hollow tube, and then that sits in the point that was already on the rear swing away. So it worked out pretty well. To be honest, I'm pretty shocked that it's still there. It's survived a lot of corrugations and it's still solid as a rock, so pretty happy with that. So underneath here, there is a Lone Ranger 180 litre sub tank. So we've got 180 litres in the back, 90 litres in the main, so we can carry 270 litres of diesel, which is a lot. So So on this side we've got a shower awning which folds out and we use it as a shower sometimes. The back window here, there's a goon sack. Get back in there, mate. Connected to the water pump inside. Reggie likes to chase the water around. So yeah, we can have a quick shower out the back if we wanted to. We don't carry a ton of water, so we don't use this religiously, but we do use it in a pinch. And then once it's all out, you just peg those down and you got yourself a pretty handy shower. So the roof has been cut off this car and a fiberglass pop top's been installed. It was done by Dove Camper Conversions, which is a company in Perth. It is pretty old. It was on the car when we bought it and I think it was done in about 2010. So it's going on 12 years old now. Still works flawlessly. So from the outside, we've just got 2 latches up the front and then there's 2 latches inside at the rear, and then from the inside you just push it up. And it just makes living in it full time just a lot more comfortable and easy. Being a fiberglass pop top, you can't really put too much weight on it. So up the top we have just 2 surfboards and the solar panel, and that's probably maxing it out. On the roof we've just got some roof rack tracks which has been bolted through the fiberglass with some reinforcing plates on the inside, and then there's just crossbars that have been put across those. And it works really well just for the 2 surfboards. There's nothing too heavy up here, but yeah, we probably don't want to go for too much more. So this is the front. The driver's seat has been swapped out to a Recaro. It's a little bit more comfortable. The poor passenger gets stuck with the stock seat, so suck eggs whoever's in the passenger seat.
Me.
Behind here, it's just a heap of storage. There's just shit everywhere. Basically all our recovery gear is sort of nice and easy to get to, because usually you need it pretty quickly. And then we've got grocery bags, just some storage for air hoses, winch stuff, and then stuff back here. We just got some shoes and just random bits and pieces that you need. What else is different up here? Oh, cup holders. Cup holders and like a little tray thing there, so that's pretty handy. That's done by Dingo 4x4. And on the cup holders we've also got the 1-stone armrests with the built-in cup holders. These things are wicked. They're pretty cheap, take about 10 seconds to chuck in, and they make long drives pretty comfortable with this nice cushioned armrest too. So up the top here there's like a custom storage roof box speakery thingy majig. So we've got 2 speakers here, a little bit of storage there that we just chuck in like a little handheld radio. All of our memories in Polaroid form. We've haven't added to it in a while because we've kind of run out of space, but yeah, that's some just good times we've had. And then the Cobra holders on springs, they got more shit inside them too, so they're pretty handy, and then they just sort of spring up. Well worth it, eBay. So under the dashboard here we've got the switch for the compressor which lives under the bonnet. So airing up, we just switch that on, open the bonnet, hoses behind me here, and we just run around and pump everything up. And then these are the switches for the rear and the front air lockers. And then up here we've got the GME UHF, which just sits here, so it's nice and easy to grab with a spare hand. And then up here we've got the Renogy battery monitor, so that'll just tell us the voltage of the battery, how much amps coming in from the solar, and then how much voltage is coming in too. And then behind this seat here is the DC to DC charger. That's a 50 amp model. So we get 25 amps from solar maximum, and then 25 amps from the alternator when we're driving. Not the prettiest of wirings, don't look. And then behind here is where we fill up the water tank. We've got a 50 litre over arch water tank. And then we just extended the breather a little bit because we found it was sloshing around a little bit. As we drove on tracks, we had a little bit of an accident once. So yeah, we carry 50 litres inside, and then we've got the 2 jerrys out the back, so we can carry a total of 90 litres. Oh yeah, and these are just a couple of spare Troopy handbrakes, because if you know what a Land Cruiser handbrake's like, yeah, no good, no good. And then a doggy tub. These things are great. Whoever designed these is just an absolute idiot. But basically, you can put everything in the tub and then it doesn't spill out all over the floor whenever you open it. So, yeah. And Claire crocheted these little dash holder things. We just found there's a heap of shit just accumulated on the dashboard. So, yeah, she whipped these up, and then sunglasses, beanies, all the random stuff just has somewhere to live.
So now I'll show you inside. So on the back doors we have 2 organisers. On this door we have an organiser from Navigator. We pretty much have just chucked stuff in where it fits. So pretty much toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, moisturiser, soap, shampoo, conditioner, contact solution, and then just a bunch of random stuff in there. We popped a little net on this cavity here just to hold some more things. We've got a butane gas Reggies treat.
He's keen.
He knows the sound. And sponge. And then on this door we've got another organiser. I actually made this one. Outdoor Gear Solutions do amazing organisers, but unfortunately it wouldn't fit with how our door closed and where our bench is. So basically just to hold more storage, we've got some games, baby wipes, thermocell. If you don't know what this is, look it up. It is literally a game changer for those buggy nights. So Brennan has mounted some stainless rope to the frame, and that's how we've mounted the organiser. And then we've just got paper towel, which is so handy to have right here, and then spray and wipe, tea towels. And then here we have a drop down stainless steel table. This one's from Patrol Australia. The best thing about this table is there's stainless steel. A lot of people do wooden ones, but we find stainless steel is just, it's so convenient. You can literally cut anything on there and you just spray it straight off. It extends out the back as well. Poles kept there. Who tightened this? It wasn't me. Really? So you just adjust the leg to the height that you want it, and then you've got double the size table. So usually we just put sort of our prepped food there, and then yeah. This is also our cooking station. So our double burner lives inside, and then we set it up, and conveniently the gas bottle is just located over there. So then we bring that around, connect it all up, and then we're ready to cook. So just inside the doors we've got our main water outlet. It's just a bidet sprayer. It actually pings. And that runs through a water filter, so the water coming out of the tank, it actually tastes all right. And these 2 drawers are for food. The top one is our spice drawer, coffee drawer, tea, Reggies sardines, but basically all our spices live here. And below that we have most of our dry goods. So salt and pepper, oils, oats, and some cans, rice, that type of thing in there. And then in this little side section, it's a bit of an annoying cavity, so we can't really store much in there, but I think we have the axe.
Yeah, there's an axe in the water.
There's an axe. So inside on the other side, another organiser. Again, random stuff that just fits in there. What's that called? Dish soap. Body wash, face stuff, brush to wipe our feet off, and Reggie's feet. And then this one we've got cutlery and utensils. And then again, more food. I think we probably stock more sauce and food than your average person traveling around Australia, but we just find we need it. So sauces, and then there's some canned goods behind it. And then this one is more jarred goods. So like your peanut butter, chia seeds, tahini, honey, sun-dried tomatoes, sesame seeds, and the devil chili oil that spills all the time. But it's so good, our friend made it and we cannot throw it out. And then top cupboard is sort of miscellaneous. So you got your bog roll, What on earth? Who thinks it's okay to make toilet paper like this? Are you serious? Oh, it's an outrage. Oh, cereal, sponges and tea towels. So the fridge, we went with a Glacio 95 litre upright fridge. It's worked really well for us. It has a 10 or 15 litre freezer inside, which always over freezes, but it stores a lot of food. If we had it our way, we would probably put in an upright Bushman's fridge, but these cabinets were already in when we bought the Troopy, and unfortunately the Bushman's fridge was too deep to fit in the cavity, so we went with this one. We thought it would cark it by now, but it's still going 12 months on, and it's honestly surprising. So Glacio, doing something right. Under the fridge lives our cooker and other random things. At the moment we've got some tools and a saw in there, Reggie's ball thrower. So with the pop top, you can obviously fully stand and like you can dance around if you want. Inside, our storage system is set up with these bungees. We didn't have them at the start and realised the doors were just fling open all the time and all our shit would just go everywhere. So every time we leave, we put them on. So in here we've got pans, plates, bowls, yada yada. In the bottom one here, more dried goods. This is where we keep some snacks, cooking stuff, so flour, sugar, and then noodles. So yeah, vermicellis, pad thais, yummy stuff. I sort of have an overflow warm clothes storage there, and then under here we've got our lightweight Zerali camp chairs. For anyone looking to save space with your chairs, these are amazing. They're so lightweight and they pack down super small. We've also got a little hammock in here as well. We don't set up all the time, but when we do, it's quite nice. And then top cupboard here, we've got all of our clothes. We try to store them mostly in these little packable cubes just so they're easy. That's pretty much, yeah, all of our clothes except our big jackets. The cupboard above that one has more storage for books. This is usually, not usually, it's just a bench space. It's always got stuff on it. I was gonna say, usually nice clean bench, but it's always got stuff on it. We did used to have a sink here, but we ended up taking that out because we found we never used it. We never wanted to put water inside because we would always spill it. So now we just use a collapsible sink. So we took that out not that long ago, and now Reggie's food, my toiletry bag, a goon sack, and the Yui boom live on here, and then other things live on here. Underneath the seats, mostly food, but also some random items. Reggie's jacket lives in here, our laundry, and then we have things like overflow snacks, Tupperware, our NutriBullet, and then sweet potatoes, onions, apples. And here is our 50 litre water tank that Brennan was talking about before, and this is the water filter that we use to filter the water. Under here we've got our battery system, so we've got a 100 amp lithium battery. It goes fine for us, however it could be nice to have a little bit more power. And then we've got our inverter that sits next to it, and then the outlet for the inverter is just here. We do have a little switch to turn it on, and then hunky-dory. Other stuff in here, as I said before, we've just got warm clothes. My bikinis live here, first aid kit, all of Brennan's tools and spare oils, filters and that type of thing. So this is our upstairs area. When the lid is closed, what we keep up here is the doona, the sheet, and the top bit of foam for our mattress. Our pillows we store up in the cargo net with my Yim Jams. And I'll show you how bedroom procedures go.
So this is how we make our bed. A person gets inside and then slides these 3 wooden slats out. They just stack on top of each other, and then that sits on like a channel that's part of the pop top roof. And then what we do is the cushions from downstairs slide upstairs. The one at the back too. So it's a bit of a ball ache having to do this every night. The newer design pop tops are definitely way better for this because they just have all the bedding on it. So that's the bed made. And then the sheet just folds down and then that's where we sleep.
And then this is the bed. And then we just pull the pillows down from here, obviously. So when we sleep, we set up Reggie's bed down here. It's nice and cozy. Reg, come here. Good boy.
And then that's where he stays for the night.
He's quite happy there. And we've got our Sirocco fan here. The best thing about these are you can basically position it for wherever you want it to blow. So for the hot days and nights, it is actually a game changer. It may look small, but it's powerful. So one of our wooden bed slats is cut to fit as a day bed. So I've got this little notch that fits around the fridge. So when weather is really bad or we're trying to be really stealth, we sit this down here. It sits on some little wooden notches. Usually it's a two-man job, so I'll be impressed if I can do it. There you go. And the top bit of cushion that acts as our head of our mattress will come down here. And then we've got day bed. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's our home.
That's the tour.
Now, there is some things that we would change. One of them being we'd probably love to invest in a new rooftop conversion. Although this one is great, it's fit for purpose. The new ones, just the design of them is a little bit more functional and they'd just be a little bit easier, but no complaints with the one we've got for sure.
Having to make the bed every night and pack it up every morning, it does get a bit repetitive and annoying, whereas the new ones, they're just already made, set, ready to go.
And you can store a little bit more weight on the roof too.
Yeah.
Which would be nice. But thankfully we have the tinny behind us. I didn't think we mentioned we tow a tinny as well, so that's got a fair bit of our bulky stuff in it, like bigger surfboards, eskies.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Reggies, dog food.
Yeah, it's a boat-shaped trailer really.
It is a boat-shaped trailer. The other thing that annoys me with this build is I find this inside bench to be too skinny. Bench seat to be too skinny. I would like a bit more depth to make it more comfier when you're just sitting there. And we don't really need that wide of a hallway. So.
Yeah. But it's one thing that we learned being on the road for this long is that there is no perfect setup, and even if you do have the perfect setup, there's still stuff
you wish you would change.
In different scenarios would be better.
Yeah.
So you just got to try and find what works best for you most of the time. And yeah.
Yeah.
If you've got any questions about the build or measurements or anything like that, just let us know and
we'd love to answer them.
Yeah.
Be all over it. And then if you want a tinny tour,
yeah.
Jokes, our tinny's
yeah, the tinny's not
small.
The tinny's small.
A trailer tour.
Nobody
wants a trailer tour.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Bye.